Hi, it's Sandy, and this is a new weekly reading vlog. So I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I've got a neck brace on. As you'll have seen at the end of my last video, I said I was going to have to put this on because my neck is acting like a limp noodle. Like, the muscles have all seized down my neck and shoulders down here. So I need to turn you a little bit more. So yeah, I can't really turn my head. And the pressure of my head on my neck right now is so sore that I need some help propping it up. So I've got this lovely neck brace on. I don't have one of the plastic ones, which would be really handy. Like the actual like full on. So this is a little bit short, so it's still not great, but we work with what we've got. Basically. Also, after I spoke to you this morning, I ended up with this going on. So my boots that I thought were fixed, it's a good thing I bought new boots. So my boots that were supposed to be fixed, the zip came off the runner again, and because I was holding this side of the boot to zip it up, you know how like you put zips together to like, so I was holding the boot with this side, this hand, pulling the zip up with this hand, and then it came off. Ow. That. I need to stop moving. And then this came off really suddenly, and it caught up my finger, and it sliced along the top of like here. I'm not flipping you off, I promise. It sliced down this bit of my finger between the two joints. And then that started bleeding, and then that wouldn't stop bleeding because I bleed really easily because of my EDS. So I weaponized my Raynaud's disease. So Raynaud's is like circulation issues in your extremities on the wind's back, just in case nobody noticed. So I kind of weaponized that. So Raynaud's, you react quite extremely to the cold. So when I got in the cold, my fingers and toes and nose and stuff get really, really cold. My fingers can go blue really easily, like that purpley blue. And same with my feet, or like they go really pale because all the blood's like not there. So to get it to stop bleeding, I stuck my hand under freezing cold water and let it run. And all the blood things restricted because it's cold, because I've got Raynaud's, and that's what it does. And so it stopped bleeding when I got it under the cold water. And it was stay cold for a while. So like I cooled my hand down to get it to stop bleeding, dried it, and then like washed it, dried it, put a plaster on. But now I can't bend my finger, which is great. So like I was typing at work today and I was like, couldn't bend my finger properly. It was really annoying. My boss, when she saw me, she was like, "Are you okay to be here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally fine." So yeah, she was concerned. Don't nod, Andy. But I was like, yeah, I'll just be sitting. I was like, I'm just sitting at the desk, like, just don't ask me head bang. I was like, I'm just sitting at the desk, it's fine. So I was in work, just able to just, you know, do stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to have this off tomorrow because my neck is not as bad as it was yesterday. And yesterday I didn't have the support on, so hopefully it will be much better tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just falling apart as a human. So this week is a week also for vet visits. So you're gonna have to wish me luck. I've been considering trying to get on the bloody TikTok creator fund at this rate with all these bloody animals and their vet visits. Yeah, I'm talking about you. So Hamish has the vet on Wednesday. Where, yeah, you do, I'm sorry, where he will be getting his toe amputated. Just this bit, like if it's the equivalent, like the dogs and cats have fingers and hands like we do, it's just in, like it obviously forms slightly differently, but they have the same bones. So you have three bones in your hand. So you've got 1, 2, or 3 bones in your finger, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Those are the bones, like each small bone is between the joint. You only have 2 in your thumb. Or do you have 3 in your thumb? I think the third in your thumb is like under the pad, but you only have 2 sticking out of your thumb. I think the third one is in like under here. Anyway, so it is the equivalent. So dogs walk on like these 4 toes, with this one being the dew claw, their thumb being the dew claw basically. And so the, what is called distal phalange, because yes, phalange is a real word, that's a French reference. The distal phalange here of his toe, like basically his ring finger on his right back leg, has been damaged. So like when they had to take the claw off, it damaged, or the bone has reacted. It's not that why it's damaged because there's a chip of the bone, but it's a common thing that can happen with that sort of removal. Here, stop licking your foot. So basically the bone has reacted to the claw going missing, and so it's like, it's called osteomyelitis, I want to say. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's what she called it. So this bone is going to have to be removed. So they're just like take away, like cut all the joints, like all the muscle and stuff at the joint, and stitch it up once they take the bone out. Luckily, because these 2 joints aren't joined, the bones aren't joined, you shouldn't have the same issue with the like middle phalange, just the distal one. And again, I will say this is why you shouldn't declaw cats, because this nail is attached to this bone, and when you declaw a cat, you're taking off their fingertips and toe tips. So it is very, very cruel. So unfortunately, he will have to be detoed on one side, because it is currently causing him pain, and we don't want that. He's on painkillers right now and antibiotics to keep him ticking over, but I could show you, well, I could try and show you his foot, but he probably wouldn't let me. But like this, like his toe is all pink and red, like the skin's really, it's been infected again, and the skin's off, and it looked really sore. If you would stop licking it, that would help. But yeah, once that's off, once that's healed, he should not be in any pain whatsoever. It will just be a case of he has a funny gait. So like he'll walk funny, because this toe on dogs, like the 2 middle toes are the ones that they really walk on, or the 2 at the side for like support, I suppose. And the ring finger is actually the one they rely on most. So he will walk a little bit funny, but he won't be in any pain. So there's that on Wednesday. So you'll see him probably drunk on sedatives. And also today the chickens are going to the vet. Rafiki has a weird crackly sound when she's breathing. It's not normal, and like I said to Gail's, like she's making weird noises, like her breathing's making weird noises, and Gail was like, oh yeah, that's like normal, like she does the weird honk thing. And I was like, no, like not the weird honk thing that she does, like she's got like actual, like there's a funny noise, and I couldn't really describe it properly. But then when Kay went out, she was like, yeah, no, that's not normal, she's not done that before. So like every breath that she takes in, it sounds like, it's like something going over something dry. It's such a weird noise that she's making. So she will be going to, I'm worried she's got a respiratory infection, so she's got the vets this afternoon, and then Gala will be going with her because they live in the coop together. They're always together, so there's a chance it could pass on to her if she does have a respiratory infection. So I want to get her checked out as well. But also, her crop isn't really growing feathers back. I don't know if that's because Rafiki's pecking them out, or if it's just that they're taking their time. But even from here, like today, I could see that her crop was really red, and she's not really, usually she's quite pink, she's not really red. So I don't know if that's like a sign of infection or a sign of the fact that it's cold and her skin's exposed or what. So they're just going to have a look over them both and make sure that they're okay, and probably get them on something for the infection, because I think it's quite clear that there's probably a respiratory infection, but we only heard the crackling for the first time on Saturday afternoon, and then the vet's obviously closed, and she's been acting totally normal. She's eating as much as regularly she would, still drinking, like she's bopping about quite the thing. So yeah, she's not acting like she's ill. I know birds don't tend to, but she's still eating and everything. She's still walking around and scratching and stuff like that. So it wasn't like an emergency vet visit that was needed at the weekend. It was just, let's get her in on Monday sort of idea. So hopefully that'll all be sorted out. We know that she lost her voice because she previously, like before she came to us, she had a respiratory infection, and that's why she honks instead of clucks. It really is like a honk. It's really funny. It's like, huh. Like ever so often she'll go, huh. It's really funny. Like you can tell she's trying to cluck at you. Like she's looking really intently at you, and then she'll go, huh. Oh, don't laugh. So, whereas like Gala's constantly, oh, oh, like that's what it sounds like. It's like she's going, oh. You've heard them before. You've heard them, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna go because this is a very long clip just to start off with, and it's only Monday. On today's episode of Bathroom Chicken Hospital, we have this one. This is Rafiki. She has a wee bit of a respiratory thing going on. Isn't that right? She's got some antibiotic on her nose there. I promise she wasn't snorting it. We did feed it to her, but we had to crush it up a bit because the antibiotics she has are the same size as the one Hamish has. So, hi. She is, yeah, so she's to get 2 antibiotics a day. That's so out of focus. 2 antibiotics a day. Isn't that right? For a week. And some anti-inflammatories. And I don't know who was worse to give them to, her or Hamish. Because they're on exactly the same medicine. So we're back to Bathroom Chicken Hospital. You already sound better. Look at that. But yes, this is Rafiki. She's the one with the big red bum. And hopefully she will be... Oh, the focus is gone again. Hopefully she will be better in the next few days. Hello, it is still Monday. I'm about to go to bed. Earlier than usual this time. And I am halfway through Spyglass. This really does read fast. Like, this really does read fast. I am, well, just over exactly halfway. So what I like to do is I'll see how many pages it has. And then I will, like, divide it by whatever. Like, if I want to get a third through, divide it by 3. If I want to get halfway through, divide it by 2, etc. So, I think 267 was the halfway point. But that's here. Oops. But that's here. And then I just go to the next chapter start. It's not revolutionary. So, yeah. I am on chapter 17. And there are 30 chapters. There's something happening that I said I wasn't going to be happy with happening. But it's happening, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Just going to have to come to terms with it, but I'm not happy about it, and we'll discuss it more in the live show next week. I thought it was going to be this week. It is, in fact, next week. I just got my days mixed up, although I probably could manage it for this week. As you saw earlier, we have Chicken Bathroom Hospital happening again. So that's fun. She's just got a respiratory infection, so it's a week of antibiotics and anti-inflammatories. But can I just say, she has the same size. I don't know if I've said this before. Sorry if I have. She has the same size antibiotics as Hamish. They're like this size. Like, just like the size of a 20p piece, but rounded rather than, you know, the angles that it has. And we have to get that into a chicken. It's hard enough to get it into Hamish. It won't fit in her beak. So, and she doesn't open her beak on command. Like, and we have to syringe the anti-inflammatory in as well. She doesn't like open her beak on command. She fights like hell. It's really, she's like throwing her head about. So, yeah, that's fun. Upside, my neck is feeling better. Like, look at that. Look at that. I've got like almost double the movement. So wearing out, that was too far, wearing the collar for the day and using Voltarol and painkillers and resting it and just not doing anything crazy has really helped. So I think I might take the collar tomorrow, but see if I need it. Hamish has the vet on Wednesday and I'm already dreading getting up early for that, but I'm going to go to bed now because I'm tired. As you can see, the wee one is home and in a cone. He's a little bit drunk at the moment. Well, he's a little bit high at the moment. He's had methadone. So he's just a wee bit out of it. He's got his foot all bandaged. I'll show you it later because they put a pumpkin on it. Like a cute little pumpkin decoration on it. But yeah, that's his little foot. Called him the Tallest Wonder earlier. Yeah, he's just sort of kind of dozing with the anaesthetic now, so as far as they're aware, everything went great. And he just needs to recover now. So I think I'll let him snooze and, you know, just chill out. Hello, it's Wednesday evening and Hamish is back from the vet. He has been sleeping most of the afternoon, evening, and he is just still sleeping off the anaesthetic. Put a picture of his bandage because they put a pumpkin and a ghost on it, and it's really cute, just to make it a little bit festive, I suppose. He's going to get that changed on Friday, and yeah, so far he's doing good. He's not really wanting to put the foot down, which is fair. I feel really bad, like just with his little foot just being wrapped up and him limping and stuff like that. I just feel so bad that I've made this decision to chop his toe off, but you know, it was the best thing we could have done for him. So I keep like wondering if I made the right decision, but the vet had said like he'll be in pain unless he gets it off, and then he won't be in pain if he does get it off. So, but you know, when you just feel like you're not sure if you made the right decision sometimes. I'm just there just now, but he's back. He's sleeping. He's just sleeping. I do keep checking if he's breathing though, but yeah, he's been doing all right. Honestly, I think I'm doing worse than he is. I am honestly so tired. Like not even just like tired, like burnout tired, like hitting a wall level tired. And I'm glad I used holidays for the next couple of days because I'm gonna need it. And it'll probably help me get some reading done because that is what's left of my TBR. That's not getting read. I don't even want to read that right now. I want to reread books instead. So we shall see what happens. I did finish Spyglass. It was going great. I was loving it. I was absolutely eating this up, loving it, loving the book, loving everything about it. And then we hit the last 120 pages. And the event that started the event that happened that started the cascade that ended up in the rest of the book, just I knew what was going to happen. And I messaged Tori and I was like, I'm kind of sick of this happening, to be perfectly, I'm kind of sick of this. And then it just devolved from there. I was skimming a lot of the last pages because I just didn't want to read it. I didn't want to take it in. I didn't want it to be in my head. It generally just upset me. And I know that a lot of people, like, I usually am fine with things that would trigger other people, but I don't know if it's just today is not the day for me to be reading this, or if I'm just like, you know, when you get exhausted of a certain thing happening constantly, like, you know, it's like burnout, almost like burnout. It's like when, I can't remember what it's called, but it's empathy fatigue or something, when you know how we get those adverts that are constantly on about like all the suffering stuff in the world, and even like things constantly happening in the news, and like all the horrible things that keep happening. Eventually you get to a place where your brain cannot take it in anymore, it cannot deal with it anymore, and so it kind of shuts down, and it's like, I don't care anymore, like I'm done. It's kind of like that, like I just can't, like it just felt like I was being forced to endure the rest of this book, which is not great because I was loving it so far, and then it just absolutely derailed for me in a way that was really unpleasant. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can move on in the next book, but it should be an interesting live show. Hopefully after like sleeping and having time to like my brain to do its thing while I'm sleeping and like take it all in and stuff, I'll feel different. But right now I think because I'm feeling so burnt out, I just, yeah, the last section of this book just was not it for me. So yeah, fantastic, that's exactly what I wanted right now. I don't know what to do. I feel like I want to read something that's got no stakes and is just happy-go-lucky romance type thing, but I don't know if I even have that on my TBR right now. It's just, I need something that's not going to be somehow hard-hitting. I don't know, maybe I should just go to sleep. I should probably just go to sleep. Hello, it's Friday, and if I look haggard, it's because I am. It has been a day. Hamish went and got his dressing change today, and he was a complete menace about it. So yeah, that did not go great, but it's done now. He needs to get it changed again on Monday. I've also lost the, well, I say I've lost the charger for my watch. I haven't lost the charger, I just don't know what it is, and it's probably down there on the floor. And I've just not looked yet, because every time I remember it, I'm sitting here, and then I have to get up again to check it, and that's just too much work. My injury is looking not great. Well, you can't even see it properly because it's focused on my face. Oh my god, it won't actually let you see that. Can we focus? Can we focus on this? There we go. Yeah, that looks so much worse in real life. Okay, we're not focusing. It's fine, whatever. Yeah, so I woke up and I was in a lot of pain. I did not have any painkillers upstairs with me, so I had to just get up and deal with it. I had to carry Hamish down the stairs, and then I had to go back up and get the washing because I really needed clothes that were in the washing. So that was fun, and yeah, then I edited my video for today, and then it was time to take Hamish to the vet. All this time, having taken painkillers when I got downstairs, just trying to like get them to kick in. My shoulders really hurt, my arms really hurt after holding. I had to hold Hamish at the vets because there was like 7 other dogs in there, and he does not do well with dogs. I think next time I'm just going to leave him in the car. Like, I'm going to stay, like, go in, tell them we're here, go back out to the car, and they can come and get me, because I think Hamish being stressed by the dogs is what made him stressed with the vet. Reading wise, I've been reading some more of Wild River. I'm now on page 261, and it's 335 pages. I am finishing this book tonight if it kills me, and it just might, because for being such a short book with such large text, it is taking ages. It is a slog to get through, and I don't know if that's to do with me or to do with the book. I'm finding it's funny. It's just the weirdest stuff, probably the weirdest thing I think I've ever said. I really like the characters. I really like the setting. I really like a lot of the book, but I don't like decisions that the author has made. Like, there are things that the author's doing where I'm just like, why? Why is that your choice? And yeah, it's weird that I'm just not vibing with the author while vibing with the book. Like, that just, it was like that, like, we all know the rant, the AMA rant. This scab keeps getting caught in my blanket and it's really sore. So if it could just heal, that would be nice. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really much happening, and for me that's not usually a problem. And it's not really, that's not the problem. It's just the, I don't know. I can't decide if I want to read the rest of these. I have theories on what's going to happen. Like, the setup is really heavy-handed for the next few books. There's like one where it's like, oh yes, these two are friends and they would never cross the line because she is also one of his best friend's sisters, and so they would never date because that would be just like weird and they'd be crossing the line, and it's like, you know, sisters are off limits and blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so that book is going to be about them then, because you're hammering this home so much. Like, absolutely hammering it home. Unbelievably so. And the thing is, there are, to be fair, what one is it? It was one of the, I can't even remember what thingy of books it was, but there was there's a series, I think it might be, I can't remember who it is. There's one of my series that I really like The Small Town, might even be, no, it's not a hockey romance, it's the Wild Rose Hill series. So I called in book 1 who one of the couples was going to be, and it turns out it's the couple in book 3. It has been confirmed, it is the couple in book 3. I called that in book 1, but not in a, and this is really obvious sort of way, but this character is more significant than a regular side character would be. And oh, here's this guy that she absolutely hates. So I was like, oh, so it's going to be a hate to love story from those two then. And yeah, so they are the couple in the next book, and I was like, called it, nailed it, like absolutely. And the setup was in the second book, but it was not subtly done, but it was done in a way where they just so happened to be around each other, and like you could see the development happening to set up for the next book without it being like, I don't know, it just worked a little better. It was written better, but I don't know. I'm going to read this, I'm going to finish it, because this is the book that is getting me in a slog and not letting me finish my TBR. My TBR is basically here now. I've whittled it down to 4 more books, so I've got Pole Position, Kindling, Bad Luck Vampire, and The Last Witch of Scotland, which you're currently leaning on because my phone will not stay upright. Will be the books that I try and read after I finished Wild River, which will be getting finished tonight. It is only like 10 o'clock. I'm finishing this bad boy tonight, because otherwise I'm gonna rage. So wish me luck. Oh, also the chicken is still in our bathroom. She goes back to the coop tomorrow morning, or tomorrow after. She goes back tomorrow, and my god, am I ready for it, because she is pissing me off something fierce. Like, she's just, it's like, if she can find a way to inconvenience us, she's doing it. You put food down, she tips it over and spills it everywhere and throws it out the cage. You put water down, she tips it over. You refill it, she tips it over. She's had to end up getting, Kay has ended up getting one of the things that goes on the side of the rolly cart thing for my towels, and filled that with water instead of a bowl, because she literally keeps just standing on the bowl. Yeah. If she can find a way to be annoying, like, you change the towels, blankets, whatever is in the base, and she's like, I'm just gonna poop all over it, and you're like, great. And I know, like, I don't mean like, obviously she's gonna poop, that's why we'd be changing it all the time, like, I get that, like, she's got to poop, that's not a it's the fact that she does it immediately after you change them. It's like, you couldn't have done that 5 minutes ago, where it was the old stuff. You just had to do it straight away. Like, give it a grace period, come on, please. But no, she's just, I'm gonna go and read this book, because yeah, it's happening. Hi. I don't know how long it's been since I vlogged last. It is currently Monday, so yeah. I need to close off this vlog. This week has been insanely stressful. And yeah, between Hamish being on like rest for having his toe cut off, and one of the chickens being in for having a respiratory disease, and the other, or disease, respiratory, like upper respiratory infection, and then the other chicken being stressed out and plucking herself because said other first chicken is not in with her, Yeah, the animals have been stressing me out quite a lot. I've been off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today with Hamish. Kay takes over tomorrow, and I go back to work, and then I pick up again on Monday next week, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday next week. So, woo! Hopefully we're on the up and up. But yeah, it's been a stressful week. I've been exhausted. I've not been reading. I think since the last time I spoke to you, I've started Cauldrons and Cattails. I'm about 20% into that. That's the arc that I've got. Put a photo here. And it is the second book. The first one is Love Letters and Thirst Tonics. And this one follows Kizzy, who is the best friend of Fiella, who's the main character in the first book. So yeah, so far so good. I'm like loving the way it's building up. But hopefully I'll get more of that read. It comes out on the 30th of October. So I would like to get it read before that. The arcs didn't go out until like last week, so I'm not that behind. I just wanted to finish Wild River before I've started another book. I don't know if I said how I felt about Wild River. It was fine. I'm still interested, I think, in reading further books, but it's not like my new Chestnut Springs or anything like that, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say, which is probably fortunate for you, to be perfectly honest. It has been a week, and I just need to decompress today, I think. But yeah, touch wood, don't jinx Andy. If you want to let me know you were here, if you give me some kind of animal emoji in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.